Right then, on the CT, attempt one. Well, there you have it. Still loads of snagging to do. None of the lights work. Nothing's fired up lighting wise, just ignition. Need to tidy up a few things. First thing I've noticed is this HT leads are way too long. I have to cut that down. I'll undo this and check all the wires in here actually in a minute, once the exhaust is cooled back down again. I've got a small hole in the exhaust around here somewhere. I'm just going to patch that up, but it sounds alright. It's not too loud actually, it's not blowing, so that's alright. This side's actually not too bad actually, there's not too much. I thought that would be a problem, but the main snagging issues now would be literally the sticky throttle, which I've just discovered. So I'm going to take this cable out and lube it. It's probably here somewhere. Oh, that actually wasn't all the way in. That actually could explain the idling issue as well, because it was probably sucking too much air through the top. Nothing's leaking, let's just turn it off. No leaks, no weeps, nothing like that. It's awesome. Engine sound good and strong. So yeah, that's the Lifetime engine. So everything's nudged this way a little bit, so that's on, it's not flush, but it's on. And then over here, this is on and this is on like this because it doesn't quite line up right. This is all bolted in, so this is all on. It's created a seal. Another how sure these things are, how airtight these airboxes are though, so not really too fussed with that. Everything seems all right. The heat has transferred up here. See, this is what I'm not sure about, the fuel pipes being on here because they're going to get a bit warm. See, the heat's come up here, but it hasn't transferred to the carburetor, which is what you want. I just don't know if like the fuel line's getting heated up. Is that advisable? Fuel lines are going to get a bit warm there. I can't remember how they were on the CT. I don't know if they came round. If they are, then I'm going to have to change them, but it's just an experiment, but it does run. So that's alright. I can't remember if that's choke open or closed. I think that's shut. Foot pegs all fit. Yeah, right then. But it runs. Need to work out lights now, I guess. Right then, so need to make a new shopping list. Still need to get these things, but we'll make a proper shopping list. Things that we need for this thing. We're getting there. We are getting there. Alright, got the bash plate on. I had to cut it down as you saw. It's because of these foot pegs, basically. And if you want a tip on how to fit these, have the wheel straight to line at the back, and once the back fits on, turn the wheel forward to the right to move the steering lock out of the way so you can fit it up here. And it's on, it seems pretty solid. Changed Light blue. Blue was two. I had dark blue, this one here, coming off the back loom, and that was going into light blue. Now I've put the light blue into the very faded light blue, and I'm going to see if that works. Give me a while. This is, I know what this problem is though. This is a flasher relay issue. That's a flasher relay. They do flash. You have to rev the engine up though. They were working a minute ago. Well, I've got a headlight. Only on, no load. Only on, so that's fine. Happy with that. Indicators, I indicate to the left. That's sort of flashing. And then I indicate to the right. Not really flashing, but it does if you start to rev it. But on the back, they're both lit up a little bit. So something's, and then I've got no brake lights again. These are on the same circuit. So can I not hit the brakes? So something's not right with the brake lights, but it seems to be connected with the... That is odd. Lights, lights. High, low. Indicate left. Sort of indicate right, yeah. Tail light on. Increase the voltage. Brake light's working as well. Sweet. I think we're good. Right, let's just undo this one wire here and see if that makes any difference. Right, this is not for you, this is for me. Let's just write all this down. And when I mean write, I mean just talk it through. So the brown coming off the thing goes into the black for the brake switch, which also shares the brake switch, which is black to black, brown to black on the same brake switch as the stripy green to stripy green, grey to grey, fair enough, light blue to light blue, and then black to light blue because of the indicator switch, orange to red, and the black from the indicator switch goes back. Green to green. This is the headlight green to one of the double connectors of the green. Yellow to yellow. Blue to blue, which is the switch. White to white, which is also the switch. And stripy blue to stripy blue, which is also a switch. The rest of these wires are to do with the other switches, kill switch, and the horn. We know that one of these, I can't remember which one it is, I think it's one of these two is to the horn switch, and then that goes to ground. So I need to check it earth one side, and the horn switch is one of these two, and then that should in theory get the horn to go beep beep. Alright, so that's that. I do not have, or I do have, or I don't have a switch. I haven't put a switch in for the tail light. So my rear light is on all the time, which is fine because problem is I've only got the American wiring loom. So right, this is taking me on and off over 3 days, just coming back, checking things, slowly getting there with bits and bobs. The flasher relay is it's buzzing, so it's either broken and needs replacing, or I'm just not revving it up, because as you rev it, it does actually start to flash again. So I think it might be doing that. Either way, not too fussed about indicators. The box is buzzing away. That was what the noise was in a previous video, which you may or may not see, I don't know, or you may not have noticed, but there was a buzzing in the background, and that was because the indicators were switched on and the box was buzzing, and that's what it is. So I will tidy all this wiring up another day, come back to it, and I need to buy a horn and wire a horn in now, so I better go order a new horn, and then I need to put all these wires into a point where they're not going to fall apart. Right, that's me explaining the wiring for the CT. Oh, actually no, I haven't finished. As you come back along here, oh yeah, this is for that's for the ignition, that's the horn wires, so I'm gonna have to put some extenders on here because the horn mounts over here somewhere, which I'm not sure if I'm going to mount there. I might mount it low or mount it somewhere here, I'm not sure, I haven't decided yet. So I just need to work out the horn mounting. Down here I've got green, dark green going into dark blue, light blue into light blue, orange to orange, brown to brown, stripy green to stripy green, and that's going back, feeding the rear here. Right, so in the shed, all the electrics are working, except for the horn. I'm still waiting for the horn. I ordered a horn, wasn't right, I have to come back. Anyway, today's date is the 27th of December, so I just thought I'd give an update now. And this is the final part of the build. Okay, the bike is not 100% finished, but it's going to take me another month or so just to get the last little bits, because I've spent a bit of money and I'm going to have to wait until I get more money to finish it off. I mean, chain, sprockets, mirrors, chain, sprocket, mirrors, a horn. I need to buy a load of split pins because I've taken every split pin off the bike, so I need to replace all of them. Yeah, I need to kit the bike out, basically ready for an adventure, or a test ride at least. Yeah, so I need to reattach a couple of things. I need to rejig the wiring, hopefully, and everything. But what you see is it's all working. I just need to get it to a point where I can actually take it for a ride. And I'm still waiting for the documents. So this will be the final build series in the series. If there's any questions or anything, please drop it below. If you're in the middle of doing a conversion yourself, I might be able to help you or give you some tips, because not the easiest conversion. You think it's going to be easy if you've worked on Cubs and you've done life fans to Cubs, or C200s to, you know, life fans, or C200 to Cub engines. Then you find out that this one is an absolute pain, and everything just doesn't line up by millimeters, which is really annoying. Anyway, I have spent, it all slowly adds up, £8.99 for a horn, £3.30 for something, £4.94 for a headlight bulb, some more bulbs for £6, another few bulbs for £2.99, fuel hose for £6.95, the inner tubes for 17 quid for two heavy duty ones, of course, or ultra heavy duty or whatever. A stand was 41 quid. I needed some electrical bits. That's £5 here, £10 there. Key ring was £3.99. Getting another key cut was £3.80. Connectors, oh yeah, 2 or 3 quid for some little connectors. The kickstart was like £8.99, because it's not the life fan one. The life fan one is like a straight thing, and I didn't want to put a cub one on there, so I've got a nice shiny one down there. But yeah, so total so far, the only thing is the engine. So the engine was 100 because I took the Cub engine, I took the life fan engine out of my Honda Cub, and then the Honda Cub, a Honda Cub engine went back in. But that Honda Cub engine cost me £170. So I put it down here as the engine £170, even though a life fan would set you about 220 quid now, roughly. Tax, oh yeah, I haven't paid the tax. So 55 quid for registration fee, and then probably another 20 quid to get a plate done up. So yeah, it's going to add up, but total so far is £472.61 approximately. There's probably a couple of things here that I might be missing or might be forgetting. Majority of stuff I bought on eBay. Some other stuff I bought from Kep Speed and from other shops like OO Racing, 00 Racing. Is it OO Racing? I don't know. Whatever. If you're building one of these or doing a Honda CT conversion, hey, maybe I can give you a couple of tips of what I did. Maybe some of these videos will help you. The loom was a right pain because this is the Japanese model, which I might have probably gone mental at in the videos previously. But it's Japanese model. The Japanese has a light switch. The American version and all the other versions, I think the Australian version, do not have this light switch. So there's extra wiring in here with different colours, which threw me off. So all the looms that I could find were all the CT110 US version, which is really annoying. Anyway, I've done it. It's working. There's loads of snags to do. So for now, this bike will disappear, and you won't see it for a while until I get all the little bits that I want to do. I still, if I can find another seat, I will buy another seat. But for now, I'm going to leave it. I'll get everything on the road and running, and hopefully in a month or so, well, today's December 27th, so I'd hope February next year this bike is finished. It's going to take me probably, I'm going to have to save up a little bit of money just to finish it off. It probably only needs another 100 quid or so to be put into it, which isn't too bad really. You know, wing mirrors 20 quid at least, decent set of them. Yeah, just all the little bits that need to be snagged and tagged and stuff, and then hopefully go out for a test ride. Anyway, hope you've enjoyed the build series for now, and I will post an update as soon as this is on the road with the reg. Thank you again for all the patrons. The patrons, what did you pay for this build series? Well, I think you pretty much paid for me my angle grinder, which makes working on cutting metal so much faster than doing it by hand. Holy cow. Huh. And I'm glad I was able to afford a nice battery one as well. Makes things much easier. Because in this shed I don't have mains supply. I have some power, but not for mains, not for big items mains. Anyway, thanks for watching the build series, thanks for the support, and look forward to hopefully this bike in a couple of months. I'll be taking this for a test ride.